So imagine a machine that doesn't just recognize your voice or recommend a movie, but one that can write poetry, solve math problems, understand emotions, and learn any skill a human can. Well, this isn't science fiction anymore, right? It's the goal of artificial general intelligence, AGI, and is one of the most powerful and controversial ideas in technology today. Well, in this video, I'm going to dive deep into how AGI works, right? Not just what it is, but the systems, science, and thinking behind AGI. Now, whether you're a tech enthusiast, a student, or just curious about the future itself, well, this is a conversation you need to hear so that you know what AGI is and how does it differ from AI in general, right? So it's an AI system that can perform any intellectual task a human can do. Well, narrow AI is designed for specific tasks like recognizing faces or answering questions. AGI is built for flexible, adaptable thinking. It can move between tasks, solve new problems, and learn across domains, right? Like the difference between a pocket calculator and a full human brain. What is built for a single job? Well, it can adapt for reason and grow its knowledge over time, right? It can take a look at learning across multiple domains and solve one of the biggest challenges, and it can learn anything, right? Now that means AGI must be able to process language, images, sounds, videos, in real-world data at the same time. It needs to draw connections between all these different types of input and apply what it learns in one context to another. For example, if it learns how to repair a bicycle, it should be able to apply similar logic while fixing a drone. Now, this type of transferable learning is something humans do naturally, but current AI struggles with it. So AGI must break the barrier, and memory and context understanding human thinking is deeply rooted in memory. Now, we don't just solve problems in a moment, right? We remember what worked in the past, what failed, and what we've learned from our experience. Now, AGI needs the same capacity, right? It must have long-term memory to store information, update it over time, and use it to make better decisions in the future, unlike traditional AI that resets after every interaction, right? AGI should understand context. That's pretty powerful. So if you had multiple conversations with it, it should remember the preferences, your goals, and the way of thinking just like a human with advanced reasoning and problem-solving AGI. And it's not just about memorizing data, it's about reasoning, logic, and decision-making. Now, it should be able to analyze a situation, right? Identify patterns, and of course, take conclusions and take action. To do this, AGI combines different approaches like symbolic logic, neural networks, and reinforcement learning neural networks help recognize patterns and data. Symbolic reasoning lets it work with rules and logic, right? And reinforcement learning translates to improve trial and error, just like how we learn by failing and trying. And these systems allow AGI to think in abstract ways and solve new problems, and not just what it seems on the obvious, right? And this is what AGI is very powerful itself, right? Self-awareness. Well, can a machine know that it exists? Can it reflect on its own performance, learn from its mistakes, and change its approach without being told? This is called metacognition, thinking about thinking. If AGI is truly general, it must be able to evaluate itself. Now that means recognizing when it's wrong, adjusting strategies, and then even redefining its goals in new environments. Well, researchers believe that self-awareness is essential for AGI. Others think it's not necessary, right? But one thing is very clear, that AGI must be able to learn and improve on its own, understanding humans, language, emotions, and even culture, right? It cannot exist in a vacuum. It has to work with people, understand language, and even pick up on emotional and social cues. Now that means going beyond just grammar and syntax, right? It needs to grasp tone, intention, sarcasm, cultural references, and empathy. Now this is extremely hard for current AI models. While they can simulate understanding, they don't really know what words mean on a deeper level. AGI will need to reach a point where not only responds, but generally understands and acts appropriately in different human contexts. So does AGI need a body, right? The idea of embodiment, the scientists argue that true intelligence can't exist without a body itself. Now, after all, so much of our learning as humans comes from touching, moving, seeing, and interacting with the world. Now, this idea is called embodiment. The theory suggests that AGI might need a robotic body or a simulated virtual form to experience the world so it can learn from it. Others believe that AGI can be purely digital and still learn effectively. Now, either way, physical or virtual interaction with the world might help AGI develop a better sense of reality. How researchers are building AGI today, we don't have true AGI yet, but we're getting closer day by day. Language models like ChatGPT-4, they show early signs of generalization, by the way. Companies like OpenAI, like I mentioned, DeepMind, and Anthropic are building multimodal systems that can understand text, images, audio together. Now, these systems are trained on massive amounts of data. But what sets them apart is the ability to learn emergent behaviors, skills they weren't explicitly programmed for, right? Now, we're beginning to see systems that can reason, reflect, and improve. Still, they fall short of human-level thinking in important ways. Some researchers are also developing cognitive architectures like ACTR and SOAR. Now, these frameworks try to mimic the way human brain organizes thoughts, goals, and memory. By combining deep learning with these structured approaches, right, the hope is to unlock more stable and general intelligence. The road ahead, challenges and possibilities. AGI has incredible potential, but also enormous risks at the same time. If done right, it could definitely revolutionize education, medicine, science, and other industries. But if misused, it could create massive ethical, social, and economical disruptions. That's why understanding how AGI works isn't just a technical issue, it's a societal one. Governments, researchers, and everyday users all have a role to play in shaping how AGI is developed. And we're standing at the edge of the new era, by the way. The next few years could determine not just the future of AI, but the future of intelligence itself. So, how and what excites you the most about AGI? And what concerns you about AGI? Let me know in comments down below. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the future of technology right here on Claydesk. Thanks for watching. My name is Syed. I'll see you guys next time.